Fighters, if I offered you a marketing plan that could generate nearly $1 million a year in sales for your company without chasing leads, no ad spend, or begging for reviews, would you listen? Because most of you are so addicted to chasing the cold leads, the clicks on Google, and you're blind to the one strategy that can move the needle for you in an incredible way. And that right there is the contractor's secret weapon, is not chasing leads, not spending a lot of money on ads. And if you build it right, this will print leads on autopilot for you. Most of you are swinging for the fences when it comes to your marketing. You're spending money on Facebook ads, SEO, pay-per-click, LSA, third-party websites, billboards, whatever it might be. And although there is a place for that, most contractors spend so much money on those things and they wonder why their leads suck and their profit sucks even more. And here's the truth. The best leads do not come from ads. They come from people who already trust you before they meet you. Today, I am going to teach you the simplest and most powerful marketing strategy that I know. It's made me millions of dollars through the years and throughout my career, and it's one of the most effective strategies that so many contractors that I work with, that I coach, and it's made them millions of dollars without them spending a dime on ads. So let's dig into that today. Now, before we dig into this strategy, let me break down why most of you are stuck in marketing hell, burning up. You're spending time and money trying to fix the wrong damn thing every day. Most contractors, like I said, rely too heavily on cold leads, people who don't know you. They've never seen you. They don't trust you. And in that case, it just naturally goes towards the cheapest price. And ads are like a slot machine. Okay? Sometimes they hit, most of the time they don't. In fact, the house always wins. That's the rule in Vegas, right? So guys, you actually don't necessarily always need more leads. You need more trust-based introductions to help you grow your business. So how do you fix that? How do you make this adjustment and grow a business where you're not having to spend all this money on ads to get nothing for it? You need better relationships, you need better introductions, and that's where my influencer profit strategy comes in that I'm going to share with you guys today because it flips the whole game. Now, the first step to this strategy is of the influencer profit strategy is you have to build your referral power network. I call them influencer relationships. And so I'm going to map this out for you, super tactical. And if you implement this, I guarantee it's going to make you more money this year. All right. So first thing, you need to identify 10 categories of industry partners or professionals who interact on a daily basis with your ideal client. So for instance, in our painting company, these influencers for me are interior designers, realtors, home inspectors, plumbers who cut holes in walls that need to be fixed. Okay, I could go on and on. Remodeling contractors, whatever. If you're a roofer, maybe it's solar sales companies that could be trade partners with you, or realtors, insurance adjusters, home inspectors. Maybe for landscapers, you're a landscaper, you do this beautiful gardenscapes. You need to network and build relationships with pool builders, or fence companies, outdoor lighting designers, landscape architects. You get the point, okay? If you can't list 10 of these categories of people that are your influencers, fighters, you're not trying hard enough because they're out there. The key is you got to identify 10 categories. Now, next step is you're going to go deep into these relationships, not wide. Okay? So if I take one category, say interior designer, I want to list 3 people that I can fill the names in of relationships that I could build or companies that I want to know that are well networked. They got a great brand, a great reputation, and they're aligned with your standards and your values. So I'm going to identify those 3. My goal is to fill the spots of all 3 of those names for every category. Okay? And this isn't just a handshake and a business card and please refer me. All right? You want to find people you would trust to refer as well because the more you give, the more you get. And that reciprocal relationship is going to make everybody a ton of money. Okay? So you got to message them, you got to open your mouth and go meet them. Now don't be frickin' emailing me and DMing me and dropping comments. They're all going to do this, by the way, now that I'm saying it. All right? Don't go, how do you meet people? Open your fucking mouth. That's how you meet people. All right? Figure it out. All right? You guys, just drives me crazy. Some of the messages I get. All right, I want to stand track. I don't want to go off in la la land right here because it pisses me off that you guys aren't very fucking resourceful half the time. All right, so check this out. I want you to do the math. I got 10 categories of influencer type companies and relationships. I got 3 people in each. Last I checked, 3 times 10 is 30. That's 30 human beings, 10 categories, blah, blah, blah. If each one of them refers you 1 time per quarter, that's 120 leads a year for free. Think about that for a minute. How much ad spend do you have to do to get 120 leads? Okay? So invest in this. Be consistent with this. Now, our close rate in our influencer relationship is about 80%. So out of those 120 leads at an 80% close rate, okay, it's much higher than our normal cold lead, cold traffic close rate because of the relationship that I've built and the way I give to them. That's about 96 jobs a year that I'm going to book. And it'd say your average job is 10 grand. That's almost $1 million right there. You can do your own math. And guys, that's from relationships. It's not from ad spend. But listen, none of this works if you're not referable. Okay, this is the key point. You can have a list of 10,000 partners, but if you're sloppy or hard to work with, you don't communicate well, it's going to do you no good because they're not going to spend a single minute sending you a lead because you're not referable and they don't trust you. So here's how you make them want to refer you. First, you need to be the kind of contractor who makes your referral partners look like the hero. When they refer you, they're putting their name, their brand, their reputation on the line. You got to bring your A game every single time. If you don't do that, you are not referable. You got to show up clean, over communicate, be likable, throw in a fucking breath mint now and then. Okay, do what you say you're going to do. Okay, send thank you gifts to your trade partners, your influencers. All right. Feature them in your content, share their stuff, add value to them over and over. Again, this all comes back to not just getting, but I'm going to give. You help enough people get what they want. As Zig Ziglar said, you will get what you want. All right, so you earn referrals by being the type of pro that makes people look like heroes when they drop your name. Where they hand your card, they give your phone number, and they know without a doubt you're going to come through with them, or you're going to come through for them 100% of the time. So let's dig in quickly before we wrap this up, how to implement this, because nothing happens without implementation, fighters. A lot of you guys are like content whores. You just consume, but you don't implement. I'm telling you right now, if you implement this, it will work. It will work, but you have to be consistent. So first, list your 10 categories. Sit down today and brainstorm. Be specific. It's not that hard. Second, okay, reach out to 10 of these and then fill the names. Like you might know one interior designer, you got to find 2 more. So how do you do that? You fucking reach out to them. You DM them. Hey, you design beautiful spaces. I do beautiful finish carpentry. I thought we might need to know each other. That's the reach out, guys. Add value, okay? Fill those names in. Reach out to 10 people a week. On a 5-day work week, if you're working 5 days, that's 2 contacts a day. You can do that. You can do that while you're taking your morning squanto. You can just pull out your phone and go and send a couple messages and be done. And I'm constantly in touch with my influencers. Even if we don't have a lead, even if we don't have a project going on with them, I'm always reaching out to them. I'm touching base. I was like, hey, I was thinking about you the other day, wondering how that project went a couple months ago. Hit me back when you get a minute. I'm staying on their radar. Okay, so reach out 10 people 10 times a week. Very simple. 10 people a week. Track the referrals. Use a spreadsheet, a CRM, all this other stuff. Okay? Got to track your lead sources because the data is going to tell you the truth. And when you guys do this and you implement it, you're going to look at the data and you're going to want to fly out here to Colorado Springs and you want to come give me a hug because of how much more money you are selling in your business. And then finally, you got to stay consistent like we always talk about here. Okay? This isn't a one and done strategy. You don't just send one message and then go, oh, this doesn't work. All right? It's your new marketing foundation. It is the marketing foundation of my company. All right? It's relationships over and over. One of my interior designer influencer relationships that I have here in Colorado Springs for our painting company, you guys, reached out to her about, at this time now, with this recording, it was about a year ago. I sent my first message, didn't hear back, didn't hear back, didn't hear back. Stopped into the office, nobody was there. For 2 months, okay? I reached out until she finally said, yeah, I'd love to meet you. Our painter's kind of annoying right now. Went in, we had a meeting, and got our first job in the month of September. And at the time of this recording, it's the following June. In this period of time, from that one source, we've done a little over $75,000 in top line revenue with no other competition, nobody going out for bid or anything because of that one relationship. That's just one of many examples I have for you, okay? So play the long game. Be consistent, play the long game. One amazing influencer partner can be worth well over 6 figures a year depending on what you do for a living. So guys, if you're not getting regular referrals, it's not because they don't exist. It's because you haven't earned them yet and you haven't put the work in and the consistency. Build your team of influence. Be a giver to them and stop chasing strangers and pissing your money away with all this ad spend that doesn't get you the ROI that you want. Invest your time in people who already have trust in you. When you do that, things move really quick. Now listen, before we go, if you want help building this strategy for your business, I want to invite you to check out the link in the description. Check out our Battleground program, hit the link and schedule a call with somebody on our team, and we'll outline how exactly we can help you implement this in your business and build this profit referral system that will generate, no, it's not going to generate, it's going to print money for you year after year when you do the things that we talked about here today. You guys rock. I got to roll. I'm out.